Good evening, one and all. It's Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey. We're live on YouTube, monitoring the VE3 ZOE repeater for the Friday night ZOE Ragchew. Um, happy happy Easter to one and all. So we expect that Larry, VE3LBI, will be picking up the net promptly at 8 p.m. So please stand by.
Thanks, Mac, for the intro there. And good evening, all, and welcome to the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew on 443.075. Has a plus offset and no tone is required. My call sign is Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India, and my first name is Larry. I'm located on the East Hamilton Mountain. It's an open net to join the conversation. Please give us your call sign, your name. It tells you about yourself, your equipment, what you'd like to add to the conversation. And before we start, I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IMW, as a repeater. Please remember, having a repeater has good coverage in Ontario, so no religion, politics, or foul language. Last but not least, please let the repeater drop so others can get in between your conversation. First of all, good evening, everybody. It's a Good Friday, Easter weekend. Mac, thanks for live streaming this on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Look up Mac's call sign, VA3IMW, and look for the live. You can watch it live there. Other than that, I pulled the POTA stats today, so before we start, let me just grab those and I'll bring them up and see how things are going for the HBO group. All right, so as it stands right now, as of the 10th of, that would be, March, the last one we had for an actual award was for the Trans-Canada Trail, so that's Charlie Alpha 5082, and has been worked 140 times, so it has a Fox 10 Tier 2 on that one. And I have the other stats. Give me 1 second, please. So far, we have 1,111 actual parks that we've contacted, and with QSOs of 2,561. All right, that's all I have. Other than, like I say, also we have Gary's in there. Kilo Romeo 4 Juliet Golf Delta. Gary, say hello to him. And I don't think I had anything else other than just a beautiful day today. Actually, we hit 77 degrees Fahrenheit with a humidex of 84, so it's been just a wonderful day. I don't know what the radio activity was like. I spent more time outside today than I have for a long time. So with that, let's pick up. Anybody want to check into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3LBI. VA3NFL, Larry. I got you in the log already, Al. Not a problem in case you had to go for supper. Hope everything's good your way.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too good lately, so I stuck around so I get checked in. So everybody, 7-3, everybody enjoy that evening. VA3NFL.
Thanks for joining in, Al. All right, anybody else checking in? Come on in, VE3LBI.
VA3IMW.
VA3CJZ.
All right, I got Al's gone, 7-3. He's probably going to have supper. I got Mac, and I got Chuck. Anybody else checking in? Come on in, VE3LBI.
VA3BT.
Anybody else checking in? Come on in, VE3LBI. Well, just for your sake, VA3BT, I checked the forecast up in Barrie. It was 48 degrees today, even though we hit 77 here. So, all right. With that, let me bring in. Let's see what else we got here, Matt. I got VE3SMN. Hello, everyone. He says. Hopefully, he'll give us a check in too. So, Mac, you're up. VA3IMW, VA3LB. Come on in.
Good evening, one and all. Happy Friday. And happy, blessed Easter to each and every one of you. I shared our weather report with my sister. She's looking forward to moving from Timmins down to Ingersoll in the next couple of weeks. So I sent her a quick message to say happy Easter. By the way, it's 23 degrees Celsius here, and I see Timmins is buried in snow. And yes, she said, by the end of the weekend, they'll have another foot of snow on the ground, and that'll be on top of 3 feet of snow that's already piled up, at least. So the snowbanks are well over her head, and obviously she's looking forward to a different a different visage of what winter means. Ingersoll certainly not exempt from snowfall. It's part of the snow belt that falls around the London area, but obviously the temperatures they're getting up there and the continued snowfall is not a whole lot of fun. Anyways, it's Friday, and radio conditions have been fairly good today. Managed to make quite a few contacts throughout the bands, and I would say that they have somewhat recovered. So looking forward to some additional contacts on 40 and 20 meters after we finish up here. Back to you, Larry. Thanks for doing it.
That's where John lives, up in Timmins. Actually used to be Victor Alpha 3, Alpha Papa Zulu. He's also picked up his dad's call sign too, which is Mr. Echo 3, Delta Papa Zulu. He lives up in Timmins. I think you've talked to him quite often.
Yes. We've chatted quite often, and John seems to be fairly well acclimated to the life up there. But I'm not sure that my sister has had any reason to make contact with local ham operators. She's not so engaged, but yes, I am acquainted with John.
Gotcha, yeah. Okay, well, good for her for moving, I guess. It'll be a little bit warmer down in Ingersoll she's going to.
Yes, sir. One of her favorite cousins is down in that neighborhood, so she'll have some companionship, and they're both about the same age. She's my older sister, so she's in her she's in her 70s. I'm not sure exactly what the number is, but she certainly has earned her right to a quiet existence, to live out the declining years, I guess. Hopefully not declining too quickly, but that's going to be a good place for her.
Yeah, excellent. Well, like you say, it'll be quite a bit different their season. They've had a rough winter up there, I think, also, same as Barrie. So I also see that Wayne's checked in here for Alpha 3 Fox Lake Bravo. Say hello to him. The climate, I don't know what's been like. Well, Al knows the difference. Everybody in Barrie's been saying it's been an exceptional year for snow and cold. So it's just been, must be all Al's for the VA3BT's fault for putting that building up. That's what's caused it all, Matt.
Yeah, no doubt. It must have, putting up that structure may have shifted some winds and caused a global freezing. Yeah, an unfortunate truth. What's happened to all the money that we've so heavily invested into global warming? I'm going to have to go out in the backyard and light some tires on fire. Anyways, we're looking forward to more days like today. Goodness gracious. I opened up the windows, and we had a nice breeze blowing through the house. 23 degrees Celsius. That's the language that I speak. I'm sure it was like 78 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere around there. I'm not sure how the math works out, but nice to have some nice fresh air blowing through the house. And the furnace breathed a sigh of relief. not having to carry the load. So anyways, looking forward to more of that. I'm sure there's going to be some up and downs in the next few days, but yeah, the warm weather's coming. So get ready to turn on your air conditioners.
Yeah, probably that's be the next thing. Well, not quite tomorrow, but actually we're supposed to get a couple of days of heavy rain, so they've got flood warnings out, keeping people away. I saw some pictures there. I think it was the Grand area, and a little bit of flooding there. Plus, we got more coming, like I say, next couple of days. So, supposed to get quite a pile of it.
Yes, sirree. Stay away from the creeks and the waterbeds. So yeah, if you're prone to flooding, you want to take the appropriate precautions. Okay, Larry. Looking forward to our get together coming up on the 18th of April. It's really sneaking up on us. Going to be out at Fallon's and taking advantage of the park and all of its resources. Certainly looking forward to it. Back to you.
Okay, sounds good, Mac. All right, Chuck, VA3 CJZ, VE3LBI.
VA3CJZ, good evening, Larry, and all on net. Before I forget, for the get-together, I think I'm going to be staying at home. First of all, the wife is going to be going to the res that morning, and on top of that, I'm getting pretty immobile, I guess you should say, because I'm getting my back procedure done May 1st. And so the last 2 months leading up to the procedures are usually pretty difficult for me. So, but I really want to make an effort though to go to the summer get together, I guess at Christie. So sorry, folks. I wish I could make it, but I don't go anywhere unless I have my own vehicle where I can, get in it and come and go as I please. So I know I appreciate people that offer rides and that, but that's not for me. I also get motion sickness. But other than that, Larry, geez, according to QRZ, everything's been in the red and yellow today. And I'm looking at it right now, and it's showing an A index of 54 and a K index of 5. So I don't know. Maybe you guys on the escarpment have much better luck when band conditions for everyone else are poor. But yeah, no HF for me today. Just a lot of listening. Had a little chit chat on 146/430 with Rob, VE3GN. That was a nice Ragchew. And yeah, no contacts for me yet today there. Larry, back to you.
Yep, okay, thanks, Chuck. If you get a second, maybe you want to look up and see if you can what contests are coming up, if you don't mind. Yeah, it's I didn't spend a lot of time on the radio. I don't know if I made 5 contacts today. I just was outside. It was just so nice to be out, and then we ended up having fish and chips. So I cooked that obviously out in the garage, and we got our own batter we made up, and of course got to have shrimp with that too. We got to have battered shrimp. So it took a little time to get that prepared. So radio was kind of pushed off to the side.
Yeah, I hear you. And well, that's the way it is. There's not much going on. There's actually 2 state QSO parties. There's the Louisiana QSO party and the Mississippi QSO party. And let's see, there's a difference between the 2 of them. The Louisiana QSO party is for CW, digital, and phone. And it starts at 2 meters, 6, 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. Now, the Mississippi one is for CW, sideband, and RIDI, and FT4. Same bands. Yeah. So, other than that, not much else going on there, Larry.
Okay, thanks, Chuck. Appreciate that. Anything else before I pass it down?
No, I think that's it. Yeah, it was lovely today. geez, I looked at the temperature there. It was before noon, and it was like 72, and I'm like, oh, geez, I better go outside. So hung outside and, fed the squirrels, and yeah, took it easy though. Back to you.
Is your backyard drying up?
Yeah, except the area where my G5RV is connected to is right where our garden is. So you have to get muddy a little bit, but yeah, it's not like a bog like it was there before.
Let's see what happens over the next couple of days. Well, it's supposed to get rain tonight and tomorrow, so it'll probably be a little bit. Ours gets really mushy at the back end. We get a lot of overflow from the apartment building because it's up higher, and it washes over off of the back end of it for the driveway area. So, anyways, it is what it is. It seeps away. Hopefully, it won't seep into my garage.
Yeah, Larry, I'm so thankful to where we live here now that there's proper drainage. The weeping tiles work properly, and there's no flooding. At the other place there, oh man, we had so much flooding, and then they eventually did the weeping tiles, and then after that the flooding stopped. But we lost quite a few things, and yeah, so it doesn't hurt to put things up on let's say on 2x4s or something that's just above off the ground if it's a cardboard box, because you know what, anything can happen. All right, Larry, I'll let you continue on. Thanks for doing this one. VA3CJZ.
Yep. Okay. Thanks, Chuck. I don't know whether Gary was there or not, but I recognized it. Kilo Romeo 4 Juliet Golf Delta. Gary's in there, so I said hello to him before, but I'm not sure if he just came back in. So, okay, Al, you're up. VA3BT, VE3LBI.
Good evening, Larry, and everybody on frequency. Yeah, I don't think my building had anything to do with the weather. I think it's just Barry alone. Didn't do too much today. Actually, washed the cars today. Neighbors must have thought I was a nut job, but yeah, turned the water on. I'm sure we're going to get a few more cold nights there, but that shouldn't affect the water freezing up over here. Other than that, no, didn't do too much either today. Just washed the cars and cleaned up a little bit outside. Just got a little start on that. So, other than that, not too much. We'll hand it back over to you. VA3VT.
I take it you got all the drywall on. You didn't have to do any this weekend?
No, I just give my brother a hand with the drywall. He pretty much took care of the rest.
Well, that's good. So, all right, I'm just kidding there. I got some drywall. You want to do some drywall this weekend, though?
No. This weekend I'm doing absolutely nothing.
All right. Did you have family over today?
No, actually, we're going to be doing that on Monday. No, Sunday.
Okay. Are you off Monday too, or no?
No, we don't get the Monday off. Back to Barry.
That's what I figured. Yeah. Well, I don't know if many people actually get the Monday off. Well, other than I don't know. I don't think actually too many people actually do. They usually get Good Friday, and not the Monday off.
Banks and government associations.
Like, for example, or sprinkler guys, it's part of their agreement. They get the Monday off. I know there's certain unions that have that agreement in their contract, but other than that, no, we don't usually have the Monday off. I guess schools and government workers.
Yeah, that's about it. I think everything's back to open up. The brewers, the banks. I don't know if the banks are open, but I think the brewers retail LCBO opens up again. But I don't know about banks.
Yeah, and I'm sure everything's closed on Sunday too, right?
Oh yeah, this Sunday for sure. Yeah, I remember years ago before they actually started opening up the beer stores down here on holidays. When you'd be up north camping or whatever, whenever there was a holiday, the beer stores would be open up there.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, they had all the tourists, right? So they wanted to pick them up with all the sales. And the liquor store would be open too. So. But things have changed. Now we have it open. Well, basically down here, it's open all the time now.
Oh yeah, you can get it at the gas station, the corner stores, the
variety stores, got beer everywhere.
It's funny, I go into the beer store, pick up a case of beer, and there's a big stack of beer there. It'll say for, some store or whatever, local around here, where they're coming. It doesn't dawn on me anymore. I haven't been in a store to actually see the beer. There's no reason for me to go in a store, even at a gas station. Normally, you just pay outside, right? As for a corner store, I see it at the grocery stores, but I've never actually gone into a corner store and see it actually in the coolers.
Oh yeah, I have. I've seen them there in the gas stations. A lot of times they'll go in, like up in Barrie there. I run in and they can pretty much they got a good selection of beer in there.
Yeah, a good place to go for lunch, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right. Thanks all for joining in. Anything else?
No, we'll be listening along here, VA3BT.
All right. Any other check-ins? Friday night, ZOE Ragchew. Come on in, VA3IMW.
Victor Echo 3, Quebec Uniform Mobile, Quebec, QEW.
VA3RUK.
Okay, I think it was VE3QE. Come on in, VE3LBI.
Yeah, Victor Echo 3, Quebec Uniform Mobile, QEW. Yeah, good evening, Liz. All on net. Familiar voices so far. Got the wife in the car with me as well, so you can give another bean in there as well, Larry. VA3 GFI. So Victor Alpha 3 Golf Foxtrot India or ground fault interrupt, whatever way you want to take it for your phonetics. Had a great day for Easter. Went and did the grandkids. Had a great day and nice supper with all the fixings with turkey and mashed potatoes and so on. And then helped the kids put together some Kinder eggs. That was fun, and went over to the park and watched my granddaughter ride a bike for the second time without training wheels at 6 years old. So that was a lot of fun, and watching the grandson ride his car, going like stinking his car as well. Really sorry, I'm going to miss the the get together on the 16th though. Got to get a weekend away with the grandkids. Going to go down to Niagara Falls and go swimming at the water park there in Niagara Falls. Over to you, Larry.
Okay, Scott, very good. Thanks for coming in tonight. Yep, like a great day for the kids, that's for sure. Unfortunately, some of the egg hunts are happening tomorrow on Saturday, and I think that
Family.
All right, so that'll be just it for the weekend. Then you nice and kind of relaxed, nothing to pressure cooking and all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, that's the way I like these types of things. Is no pressure for having to have fancy meals or anything like that. Just a little bit of relaxing time.
Yeah, you don't need that, and especially with the new job now. Hopefully, you're not getting any phone calls on the weekends and stuff to help. You have to help out with at least that. Maybe slow down a bit.
Yeah, a little bit, I suppose. Although it's funny this weekend. We've decided we're going to live with it, but we do have an issue right now that we're not too impressed with the performance of the company. Not sure if anybody has ever used Citrix products. They have one product called an application delivery controller. It's basically a fancy load balancer. Anyways, point is it's required an upgrade, and we got professional services and everything to do it, and it didn't go so well. So we're running it at non-redundant. It's running. It's all functioning fine, but there's no redundancy on it. So if we have a failure, we'll get a call. So it's not a comfortable way to operate, but it's the way it is right now. And of course, it's a holiday weekend, so I'm crossing my fingers that I don't get a call. All in all, it's a pretty reliable piece of equipment, but it certainly isn't comforting. Even if it has a history of being reliable, it's not comforting when it's not running in a redundant mode. So, but anyways, other than that, that's work stuff. I'm going to ignore that until Monday unless my phone rings.
Yep, keep your fingers crossed on that one. Nothing happens. So I hear what you're saying. That's not a good feeling at all. So, okay, Wade. Anything else before I pass it down?
No, that's it for this round for me, but I am here for the duration. Thanks again there, Larry, for picking me up. Back to you, VA3NCA.
Come on in, VA3LBI.
VA3LBI, VA3MHV. Good evening, Larry, and everybody on net. Pretty awesome weather today. Gotta like it when we have it. It was very nice. I got out and walked the dog a bit. Could almost pretty much just have a t-shirt on. So I did take a light coat and I had to shed it. So how about that? As far as the Artemis mission goes, I have been following along a little, Larry, on the news here and there. I'm not a space fanatic, but I do like to see what they're up to. It's pretty interesting. So I've been enjoying that. Little radio today, I found it a little noisy, but I did grab a handful of parks, just a few. And as far as the spring outing goes, I think Steve and I are off that weekend. We intend on coming. I just got to firm it up with him, and of course, barring any unforeseen health emergencies with the family, but I think we all would say that. So that's about all I got, Larry. I've just been listening along and enjoying, and I'll send it back to you, VA3MHV.
So I take it today was your day off then, Mark?
Yeah, that's correct, Larry. We're scheduled off this weekend. We'll be in next, and then off the one of our events. So it's kind of a every other scenario, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I was off today. Didn't do too much. Just walked the dog and enjoyed the weather. And then I don't go back till Monday, so I'm kind of looking forward to that, despite the forecast. So we'll make the best of it, right? So, anyway, back to you, Larry.
Yep. Okay, thanks, Mark. What about the weekend? Any extra thing going on for Easter at all? Dinner or anything?
No, I won't be seeing the family this weekend. I mean, we chat and we talk, but no visits. Just get to chill, play a little radio, tidy up around here, and catch up on my own little tasks. So that's kind of the way I like it. So anyway, Larry, I'll be here for the duration. Thanks for doing it. Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor.
Yep. Okay, thanks, Mark. Let's bring in Matt next. VE3SMN, VE3LBI. Come on in, Matt.
Good evening all on the net and on the stream. Hope everyone had a good Friday today. I've also been following the Artemis off and on. It's been pretty interesting. And today, I noticed a lot of traffic out for, considering everything's been closed, mostly closed. But we went to Burlington and tried a new burger shop. It's called Burger Tone. And I can say it was pretty damn good and highly recommended. I think there's one in Ancaster also.
Yeah, what are you running tonight there, Matt? You're a little bit noisy.
I'm on my usual QIT radio, and it has been a little scratchy tonight. Maybe I'm not quite making the repeater.
No, you're okay. I just wondered what radio was. A little bit of static in the background, a little bit of hissing. I think the repeater's acting up a bit anyways tonight. You know, we had a heavy wind again today, so I don't think it likes the wind too much.
Yeah, that could be probably disturbing something. It was definitely a lot more scratchy for me when you guys started out. I've been listening since the beginning, but it's pretty much cleared up now, just a little bit here and there for me.
That's good. All right, perfect. Anything else going on this weekend? Family over for Easter dinner or anything?
We went out last night to the keg with my dad just for a little get-together, and tomorrow my wife's aunt and uncle's place just for probably a dinner and some games and stuff like that, but nothing too serious going on, just some relaxing time.
All right, sounds good, Matt. Anything else before I see who else wants to check in? Anything else to add?
No, that's it for me, Larry. I'll let you carry on, and I'll say happy Easter to everyone who's listening, and we'll catch you a little later.
All right, very good. Thanks, Matt. Any other check-ins for Friday night? ZOE Ragchew. Come on in, VE3LBI. Recheck the Easter UK.
A couple things that I wanted to mention before but forgot. This mission reminded me of Apollo 8, and I had read a book called Rocket Man, which I would suggest to anybody that's interested in the early days of space travel, because there's a lot of stuff floating around on YouTube comparing this mission to Apollo 8. Of course, we're way technologically advanced, but one of the interesting things is what they had to do for toilet facilities and what they have now. So I would recommend that as a read for anybody. And the other thing I wanted to mention was I had sent some of you guys a link for a app called ham-app. So I don't know if everybody got that email. I know Wade did. I haven't had a chance to look at it since I sent the email, but it looks interesting.
I believe I got it. I may have looked at it. I got a couple there I haven't gone through yet. So, to be honest with you, Bill, I remember the first spaceship that they launched in the U.S. I actually got to stay home from school to watch it.
Yeah, it seems to me that I remember getting a day off. Now I don't know because I was very young at the time, but it seems to me I did as well. But I specifically do remember Apollo 8. Well, there's some controversy about what one of the astronauts said when he read from the Bible. I guess NASA got a whole bunch of calls, but that's neither here nor there. But just if you read this book called Rocket Man, just what those men went through compared to the technology that we have now. I mean, even with computer technology. So quite an interesting read anyway, Larry.
Yeah, the other one I remember too was when they actually walked on the moon. I don't remember if I saw that at home or they brought a TV in at school. I can't remember now, and we watched it. I honestly don't remember that one. I remember seeing it, both of those. I remember seeing the one take off, like I said, the very first one they lifted off, and it was like just got shivers from it. It was some brand new thing that had leaving the Earth, right? It was just unreal.
Yeah, well, even watching the liftoff the other day, it's quite thrilling because you just think of the millions of pounds of thrust that they need to, break their Earth's gravity and get up into orbit. And when it was taking off, I was just like, imagine the G-forces that they're going through and how much adrenaline there's probably going through their system. So even though you're not on the rocket with them, it's still very exciting to watch.
Yep, I'd have to agree with you 100%. I did get to see one. We were on a cruise. Now, don't ask me which one it was. I forget what year it was, what cruise it was. And we were cruising down by NASA. Not that close, obviously. But we got to see the actual rocket take off while we were on the cruise.
From the Kennedy Space Center, right?
Yeah, it would have been from the Kennedy Space Center. That was quite amazing because it's pitch black, right? You're in the ocean, other than lighting inside the cruise liner, and you could see the actual rocket lifting off.
Yeah, very exciting, Larry. Anyway, I better let you carry on, but I'll just one more comment before I do. When I was going to school, my parents thought I was going to be an astronaut because the teacher said I was taking up space. Anyway, back to you, Larry.
There you go, Bill. All right. We got any other check-ins for Friday night that are ready to. Come on in, VA3IMW. All right, I got a quick one happened to me yesterday. I decided we always go up to I always go up to Super Sausage to buy some ham and some other odds and ends up here just on Ottawa Street. So I got up here yesterday. I had no idea what it was going to be like. So I walked in the door. The place is jammed. I pull number 76. You have to go by number. I look at the board, and it's number 18. I'm thinking, this is going to be a while. I left there, went and did some shopping, went back to the store, and I was still 32 numbers away. I left. Anyways, they were open today from 9 till 1. Let me drop. So I decided to go back today from 9 to 1. I walked in the door. The place is not packed like it was yesterday, but it was full. And there was a lady leaving, and the number up on the board was 38. She's leaving. She says, I ran into some friends, she's a Polish lady. I ran into some friends, and she said, I don't need my ticket. So he gave me the ticket. I was number 48. I have no idea how many people I got in front of. But when I got to the cashier, one of the cashiers I know quite well from when I go back up there, I usually go every Friday, and I asked her, how many customers did you have yesterday? She said 700. And that was nothing to do with Wednesday. Apparently they were really busy on Wednesday too. So, anyways, anybody got anything else here? Let me round it back up to the top. I think Al's gone for supper probably. I'll pass it back to Mac there. VA3IMW, VE3LBX.
Yeah, thanks, Larry. Obviously, the YouTube problems have been resolved, so we're back online without any other misgivings. I have to admit, I'm also been sucked into the Artemis launch. It is quite enthralling to see these folks making their way towards the moon. I mean, obviously, the guys in the Apollo program managed to do the circumnavigation of the moon, launch and land on the moon, and recover and come back. But obviously, we haven't been there in 50 years. So I thought it was quite humorous to watch the guys floating around in the spaceship during dinner time and doing some various things. Of particular humor, our Canadian friend there, he was having his dinner, and he had some kind of a bread wafer type thing, and obviously it was somewhat flaky. So as he was chewing things along, and he would take a nibble out of this biscuit and leave it hanging in the air, and then reach out and grab the crumbs from the air that was surrounding him and recover those as well. So I guess the only thing that I find a little disconcerting is that the young lady that's floating around in this craft, she's got her hair hanging out, and it's taking up a lot of space. So I'm not sure whether that's the right thing to do. Who knows? Anyways, looking forward to some further coverage. Yes, back to radio stuff. I've already looked up who's already put their logs in today. So 13 new contacts, some in CW and some in voice. I would say probably 80% of those are new parks. So despite the band conditions that are not stellar, just for you, Chuck, not that we have any advantage just being on the mountain, but everybody who's trying to make contacts is facing the same radio conditions. So if the conditions are only 30% of what they could be at their optimum, everybody's fighting the same battle. So a little tenacity and stick-to-itiveness, you'll make your contacts and walk away with a smile on your face. Anyways, thanks for doing this again, Larry. Back to you.
Yep, I actually spoke to a fellow down at, I think it was Arkansas, I believe. Maybe, or I think it was. Anyways, I asked him how the conditions were, and he said they were up and down. He said this morning was bad. This afternoon had picked up a bit. And like I said, I don't know if I worked half a dozen today. Like I said, I was just more interested to be outside doing a couple things. But when the conditions were there, you could hear people really well. Mind you, I did notice there was some QSB today when I did talk to a couple of people.
Oh, for sure. You'd be listening along, and you'd hear somebody at 5x7, and they drop down to 0 and just kind of disappear. I'm sure I missed a couple of contacts that they may have called me in, but because I didn't hear them call me back, I didn't respond. So, it's been up and down. And 20 meters is especially volatile. I think on 40, if you make a contact, it's clear. You either have them or you don't. And then the upper bands, 17 through 10, not so much of the QSB. But 20 meters really volatile.
Yeah, I think everybody finds the same with 40. You either hear people or you don't. That's straight out that. And you're right, 20 was up and down. But I think that's true with 40. You can either hear the person, the activator, or you don't hear them at all. It's one or the other. I don't seem to get too much really QSB on there.
Yes, sirree. Yeah, it's nice to be able to switch over to CW and make a couple of quick contacts. And, you got some time, you got the screen up in front of you. You can see who you worked and who you haven't in the past. So a nice benefit there. Anyways, yes, good, and enjoying day one of a 3-day long weekend. And thumb on my nose at all you retired guys, because you don't get any time off.
Yeah, we're always off. That's for sure. I have a question though. Has anybody ever bought from that Team U Tango Echo Mike uniform? I just curiosity. I see them advertised quite a bit, but again, I think it's called Team U. Has anybody ever bought anything from them?
OMG, yes, I had to cut my wife off of that. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of stuff that you can get. I would caution getting involved with it, because it's obviously there's a lot of stuff that's available. Not sure that all of it is of the quality that you want to buy, but if you're looking for some cheap junk, just be careful that you don't click on the buy button too much.
Where is it shipped out of? Do you know, Matt?
Well, I'm sure it's just like AliExpress and all the rest of it stuff. They ship from Asia, but depending on the seller, remember these are remarketers, right? AliExpress and Temu, it's all the same deal. So they may be warehousing stuff in North America, in which case things get shipped a lot quicker. But it is material that's shipped in from China, Japan, and stuff like that.
Okay, it was just something popped up today. I was looking at it, going, how can they sell that for like $1.95?
Yes, so we provide each employee with a full bowl of rice for every day they work. Barefoot children assembling parts while they sit on the ground around a little wooden table. So the world's not fair, and it will never be fair as long as the third world countries can enslave women and young children into doing labor for excessive hours per day, and then market that stuff to the North Americans. So yeah, it's unfortunate, and our people over here are looking for the best price, so they'll click on the button, and the rich in Asia get richer, and the poor get barely fed. But that's just my opinion.
No, you got a good point. Actually, our neighbor, he's from India, and he says there's no middle class. You're either rich or you're poor. There is nothing in between. So, but yeah, it's unfortunate. All right, Mac, let me pass it down to Chuck and see what else he's got for this evening before we do a 7-3 round. So VA3 CJZ, VE3LBI, come on back in.
VA3 CJZ. Speaking of shipping, I don't know if you guys caught the news about a shipping container warehouse, I guess, or warehouses that they're going to build, or apparently all these shipping containers are going to come here by train, which is going to cut down on truck driving on the highways, which they say will maybe give us less potholes. And so I don't know, what are those truck drivers going to do then? Are they all going to work for the rail company? So you got to think about that, right? But yeah, they're going to be storing shipping containers here, sort of like a distribution center.
Kind of interesting. Well, I don't know if I mentioned before. I ran into a lady. We were at I think it was a dollar store. Her husband is a truck driver, and with the tariffs that are going on, quite a few trucks are stuck at the border because the companies that are on the other side don't want to pay the tariffs. So the trucks just sit there. Now, I don't know if that's been cleared up, but she had mentioned that her husband was caught in one of those.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is quite a mess. And same thing with people. You know, if let's say you married a foreigner, oh, they can give you a hard time. I mean, even if you are, you know, legally a citizen, it's just, yeah, traveling now, you got to be careful, not only of the violence, but the fact that you may be detained. So, yeah. But anyways, here at home, I don't know. They're making us pay for parking on Sundays now. I don't know how they're going to attract business downtown. You know, because of course everything is metered unless you go to a lot or inside a building. So yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know how many years it's going to take for this shipping container storage. But you know, all the rail is already built, so it's just a matter of putting some buildings up, I think. That's it for me for now, Larry. I'll pass it back to you.
Yeah, okay. Well, that lady from BC, she finally got released from that place down in the States there, from the ISIS. 19 days she spent there with her daughter from BC. She had all the paperwork and everything else, but she was locked up for 19 days. So, absolutely ridiculous. All right, Al, you're up. VA3BT, VA3LBI. Come on back in.
Yeah, still here listening along. Just not a whole lot in my hand here. Just like I said, we're listening along. So yeah, not too much on my end here. So we'll hand it back over to you, Larry, VA3BT.
All right, thanks. Let's see if Scott's still with us. VE3QE, you still with us, Scott? VE3LBI.
Late check-in, VA3IMW.
Come on in, Steve.
Thanks, Larry. How is everybody doing tonight? Fabulous day out today. Too bad it's not going to be like that all this week. It's supposed to chill back down again, but that's the way it goes, you know. Can't beat Mother Nature. Anyway, just turned the radio on my way back from visiting with my mom and on Easter Day, so this is where I'm at. There, Larry, back to you.
Yep, okay, very good, Steve. How's she making out?
She's doing okay there. They're keeping her there. She may be going to a nursing home. I don't even think she might not even be able to get back home, unfortunately. But you know, this is it, right? You know, sometimes it's better to be where she can be taken better care of. She doesn't think that she can. She thinks she'll have a hard time caring for herself. I wish I was fully able. I would have her live at my place. My sister was going to take her, but my sister's got some issues of her own. So this is where I'm at, Larry.
Well, yeah, I know, because your sister had the stroke, yes. But, well, if your mother feels that way, I guess the best thing to do is, you know, it's up to her what she wants to do. It's unfortunate. But if that's what her feelings are, you got to follow those.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you know, I would like to see her go back home, but, you know, I told her, you know, you do what you feel, you know, is right. You know, if you know, if you want to go into a nursing home, that's totally, you know, I support her in that, right? I think she was afraid that I'd be a little pissed off or something like that if she wasn't going to go back home. Not at all. I'm not pissed off at all. I mean, I want her to go where she's going to get the best care, you know what I mean? It's just that nursing homes, you just don't get in the following week. You know, sometimes, you know, there's like a 2-year waiting list.
Yes, you're absolutely right on that. And you have to watch the nursing home itself. My mother was in one. We moved her from one to another one. Actually, there's one up there off of Ottawa Street on, Lime Ridge. East along Lime Ridge off of Upper Ottawa. I can't think of the name of it. Anyways, very, very nice place. It's not overcrowded. It's not an apartment building. It's a single level place. Actually, there's a strip mall in there too on the right hand side if you're heading that way. I can't think of the name of it, but it was a very nice place. But you're right, they just can't get in overnight.
Yeah, roger that. And I think she told me she was talking to her doctor there, and they would like to keep her there because she's got a couple things going on yet. So even if she was A-OK, like they wouldn't be releasing her anytime soon. She's got to go get a couple scans next week and have to see where we are and go from there. You know, it's not an easy thing to deal with. You know, like these are our parents. You know, it's tough times. It's unfortunate that we all have to go sometime. But this is the evolution of life, you know. Can't hide from it. You may as well embrace it.
Nope, I hear what you're saying, Steve. All right, anything else before I'll probably do a wrap-up here. Anything else you want to add, Steve, before I do a 7-3 round?
No, Larry. I don't even know what the topic was, so no, I'm good here. I'm just making my way home, and well, that'll be it. I don't know if the band's dead or not, but I'll see if I can make a couple more contacts here and there, and then that'll probably be it for me tonight. All right, Larry, back to net. Thanks for doing it. VE3LDI, VA3IMW mobile.
Yep, okay, thanks, Steve, for coming in. All right, before I do a 7-3 round, anybody got anything else want to add or any other check-ins? VE3LDI.
Comment.
Somebody else in there? Go ahead.
Thanks, Larry. It's Matt, V3SMN. Just a short message for Steve. My grandmother, who lived with us for 18 years, when she got up in the years, she ended up at St. Joseph's Villa in Dundas for the last couple of years of her life, and it was really, really good there. So I just wanted to pass that along.
Yeah, roger that. Okay. That's good to know that. Okay, yeah. Thanks for the input there.
No problem. Thanks, Larry. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Anybody else got anything else before we do a 7-3 round? Come on in, VE3LDI. You're up. Back, you're up. VA3MW, 7-3.
Thanks, Larry, and all on it. Looking forward to the warmer weather, obviously. Some bumps in the road, obviously, from the forecast that's in front of us. But, yeah, we'll just have to tough it out. Best wishes to Steve and the family as they adjust to new things. And yes, it's a difficult time to go through when your parents have to make transitions. So all we can do is support them and enjoy them while they're still around. I'll bid you all 7-3s. Best of the weekend. Happy Easter. And y'all have a blessed weekend. We'll be back here tomorrow night for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net at 7 o'clock. Likely hosted by our friend VE3IUK. 7.3s, I'll be monitoring this frequency for a bit.
VA3CJZ, doing a 7-3 round.
Yeah, VA3CJZ, thank you, Larry, for doing the net. And, yeah, my thoughts go out to Steve and his mom and the rest of the family, for that matter. So, happy Easter, everyone, and be safe and be kind to one another. Back to you, Larry.
Thank you, VA3BT, VE3LBI, 7-3 round L.
Yep, thanks for doing it. Thanks for being there, Larry. And yeah, my thoughts out to Steve and the family there. And happy Easter to everyone there, and enjoy the weekend there. VA3BT.
VE3IUK, VE3LBI, 7-3.
Yeah, 7-3s to everybody, and I don't have anybody in the family that's had personal experience with St. Joseph's Philip, but I have heard good things about it as well. So 7-3, Larry, and I'll be around for a while. V3IUK, back to net control.
VA3NCA, VE3LBI, 7-3.
VE3LBI, VA3NCA, 7-3 there, Larry, and thanks for doing it. 73 to everybody listening, and happy Easter to all. VA3NCA, back to you.
VA3MHP, VE3LBI, doing a 7-3 round mark.
VE3LBI, VA3MHV. Thank you for doing it, Larry. Happy Easter to one and all. Everybody enjoyed their long weekend. And yeah, Steve and I have talked a little bit about this scenario and things going that direction, but he was just kind of hanging out to see how it's going to go. So my mother went home as well. She went and went over off West 5th. I forget the name. I'll have to check with my sister. It was okay. You know, my mom was as happy as she could be there, and they looked after her quite well. But there's so many in the region. But yeah, Steve and his family will start exploring that. We'll see where it goes. So, you know, that's a family decision. So, thank you for doing it, Larry. Happy Easter, everyone. I'll send it back to you. VA3MHV.
Okay, VA3SMN, VE3LBI, doing a 7-3 on that.
VA3SMN, thanks, Larry. Earlier, you guys were talking about a rocket launch that was Florida around 2008, and they've missed all the details. But I believe we were on vacation then. We were standing on the beach. We were staying in Ormond Beach in Florida, and we watched that sucker take off, and that was cool to see. We weren't that far away. So 7-3, everyone. Happy Easter, and have a good one. Enjoy what's left of Good Friday, and we'll catch you all next time. Back to you, Larry, VE3SMN.
Okay, Steve, VA3NFG, VE3LBI, just doing a 7-3 round, Steve.
Yeah, all right. There, Larry. I just fired up the home radio here. Yep, okay. 7-3 all. Thank you for the kind words. And we'll be around here somewhere. VA3NFG.
Thanks, Steve. Okay, any other check-ins? Last minute call for Friday night ZOE Ragchew. Come on in now, please. Okay, nothing heard. I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IQL, for the use of that repeater. And with that, you guys make the net. I just write down the call signs and name. You put the conversation into the net. And with that, I'd like to close the net off. VE3LBI would turn the repeater back to normal use. 7-3.
Just not sure if the people that are using it are normal.
Yeah, before I close the net, but I shouldn't have yet. I'd like to thank Gary also. Kilo Romeo 4 Juliet Golf Delta. Gary for joining in tonight on YouTube. Also Wayne, VA3 and FMB for joining in tonight too. So with that, I'll close on that. 7-3 all.
VA3NCA, V3IUK.
VE3IUK, VA3NCA. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, hey, it just sort of gives you all the telemetry data. It's one that I follow, so you might be interested in that.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I'll take a look. And I also posted on the Discord the link to the one that I've seen in case it's interesting to you or anybody else. It's kind of interesting stuff.
Okay, I'll have a book at that. So I know you probably got to run soon. So take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, take care there, Bill, and good to talk to you and to everybody on net that just passed to VA3IMW.
Yeah, 7-3 rate.
And that'll bring the live stream to a close as well. You'll come back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We're going to be hosting the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net from the VE3 ZOE repeater with our host VE3IUK. 7-3s, one and all. That's how we say goodbye.